darkness of the run. Wasting no worry, going over real biggery. Wasting no worry, don't know where I live or where I'm buried. Some turn up in Peter school and some go self-indulge. We're just sitting back laughing, even though it's all a joke. Somebody have been the girls and some of the filthy rich. We're too busy drinking off and trying to forget about it. Geeks are trying to be tough, we're collecting up. We're just looking ignorant and we don't give a fuck. The geeks are trying to play us in for hoping 70 years. We're just in our open now we don't run out of fears. Wishing not a cent, finding ways to defend. We're not getting worried by stress out by the keep losers. Introduce me to my fate!
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
That was some good old Canadian punk rock right there with a good old drinking song. That was Dayglow Abortions with Wasted Not Worried. Dayglow have been around for fucking ever and are still actually touring around this great country. Not sure if they can actually go into America. I know that a lot of bands, a lot of punk bands to be specific, and hardcore bands cannot actually cross the Canadian-US border because they have criminal records. Anyways, if you want to look up a really cool fucking story, Dayglow Abortions, Fetus a Fetus, album cover, they were actually, I think, charged with an obscenity law because of that album cover. Check it out. It's a pretty cool story. If you haven't seen the album cover, you should definitely take a look at that too. Anyways, welcome to Rebel Songs Podcast, episode 84, all drinking songs. This is Drinking Songs Part 6, actually, and you are in for one hell of a treat. This episode is dedicated to you hardworking motherfuckers that just want to sit down after having a long day at work and they just want to have an ice cold beer. I know exactly how you feel. So, I went out drinking for my birthday. My birthday is on September 11th. You might have seen the picture I took of the roll of 100 $1 bills. When we went to the strip club, and I spent about 70 of those dollars, and I have hardly any recollection of where those $1 bills went, if you know what I mean. We hit up the casino, and we hit up the casino hotel first because we always get free rooms. So we pre-drink up there, and this is actually the first time I didn't even gamble. I was too busy being drunk and jamming the music up in the room. If you've never been to Windsor Casino, I highly fucking recommend it. It's a great fucking place. I always have a really good time. I always have a good time anyways. You should always have a good fucking time when you're drinking. And if you don't, you should probably stop drinking, in my opinion. I did throw up all the next day, but I will spare you from that because I do tell you a lot of throw up stories. And the last one was really fucking gross.
Down, ways of my people.
Honey, the Toughskins are here.
Ah, fuck. Party. There's no we all shop. Done by trouble. Body fucking no. Smashed our legal cabinet. Start our decent fight. Trash the most expensive shit. You won't forget this night. Get drunk. Fuck shit up. Have fun. Get drunk. Fuck shit up. Gotta run. Girlfriend, she's been over a chair. Michael smoked the ganja. Dave's drunk lighting up flares. Try to phone 911, phone's not at all. One of our shitheads ripped it off the wall. Get drunk, fuck shit up, have fun. Get drunk, fuck shit up, gotta run, got to run, go. Never show up, cause it's LA. We're just getting started. You better begin to pray that we get bored soon, or just pass out. Minimize the damage, like this ain't my house. Get drunk, fuck shit up, have fun. Get drunk, fuck shit up, gotta run. Get drunk. Get drunk! Get drunk! Get drunk!
Alright, we heard a fucking pretty awesome set there. That was Anger Flares with Let's Get Drunk, and 2 songs from the Prowlers, who are also Canadian. 2 tracks from them, Lost and Drunk and End of the Week. Toughskins with Get Drunk. Last time I was drunk before my actual birthday was probably mid-August, I can't remember. I went up north to the Muskoka area. Very fucking beautiful part of Ontario. Lots of wilderness, lots of lakes. One of my best friends, she actually lives up there. So we went canoeing to this tiny little island called Blueberry Island. Brought a few coolers of beer and our fishing rods. Set up on this island and fished all day long. Man, I could fucking live the rest of my life just doing that, man. It was fucking great. I also tipped a canoe for the first time. Luckily the beer was already on the island and I didn't lose any of it because I would have lost my shit. I hate wasting beer. And that was, yeah, the first time I ever did that. And I've been in a canoe 1,000 times. And man, when you tip one of those bad boys, they fucking tip fast and kind of hard. Holy crap, it fucking scared the fuck out of me. I was really careful after that, but I was still pretty fucking drunk. But now it's getting pretty cold. You won't catch me near a fucking canoe.
Waste of the world, but a bar. Ever since I was a young boy playing football in the park, I can remember an old man sitting drinking in the dark, and he'd say, look here boy, when you grow up, don't drink the pain away, 'cause the bottle might be empty, but your wounds won't heal that way. Because you're young, you're strong, your pride goes all the way, but don't let that crowd your judgment and push everyone away. They'll look at you and crawl away, because you know the score. Just remember that when times are tough, 'cause that's when you'll need it more. So I say, look here boy, when you grow up, don't drink the pain away, 'cause the bottle might be empty, but your wounds don't go away. Your hands might be dirty, but because your mind is clean, then you won't drink the failure, you'll drink because you succeed. Because you're young, you're strong, your pride goes all the way, but don't let that crowd your judgment and push everyone away. They'll look at you and see a man who thinks he knows the score, when really you're just drunk and getting kicked out of the bar. So I said, look here boy, when you grow up, don't drink the pain away, 'cause the bottle might be empty like your wallet every day. Your hands might be dirty, but because your mind is clean, then you won't drink the failure, you'll drink because you succeed.
All right. We just heard Razors in the Night, Alcoholist. I'm pretty sure I played them in the last episode. I've been fucking digging them a lot. And a band that I haven't really heard in a long time. 2 tracks from Reducers SF. I haven't heard much about them for a very long time. I wonder what they're fucking up to. 2 songs called New Rounds and Empty Bottles. Sidetracked with Wasted and True Grit with another song called Empty Bottles. Anyways, let's talk about some horror movies. So, Halloween's coming up. My Halloween shows are coming up. They'll be on you before you even fucking know it. So, I've kind of glued myself to the television. I'm watching every movie I can get my hands on. Some I have rewatched. Some movies were so bad that I shut them off after fucking 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. I ain't got no fucking time for a really, really bad movie. But don't fucking get me wrong, man. Because I fucking love bad horror movies just like the rest of you. But I do need to keep a fucking shred of my own dignity sometimes. I love when a movie is bad and everyone knows it's bad. The actors know it's bad. Everyone, doesn't take itself too seriously. Right now, unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you some movies to fucking run from. Absolutely not worth a minute of your time. I'm not sure if I'll put links up to these or not. Maybe I will, just in case you would like to torture yourself. First up, Toxin, 2014. Let me take a sip of my coffee before I even get into this one. Oh fuck. All right, I literally shut this off after 5 minutes of viewing it. I looked it up on IMDb after shutting it off because IMDb.com is kind of like my go-to movie, it's the internet movie database. For a lot of movies, I don't like to spoil anything for myself or have like a preconceived notion of what's going to go on in this movie. So I like to have like a fresh start if possible. So I like to know nothing but that it's like a horror movie or like, somewhat of a horror movie before I watch it. So I looked this movie up after. It got a 2.5 on IMDb. I don't think I've ever seen a movie that low, rated that low on IMDb before. Holy fuck. Everything about this movie was bad. I don't even know how it was even worth putting on a fucking DVD. What a pile of shit. Next, Alpha Alert 2013. Not really a horror movie, more of a thriller / piece of shit. It's military related. 3 soldiers get stuck in an elevator. They all have PTSD. Shit gets crazy. Shit goes down. It's very 9/11-ish. Very predictable. I knew exactly what was going to go on. Terrible acting from every fucking single person in this movie. I can't believe I sat through the whole fucking thing. I must have been horribly lazy that day. Really. 4.8 on IMDb, but I call bullshit on that, and I'm going to give it a 2.5, just like its buddy Toxin. I seen a review on this on IMDb or Amazon, I can't remember which one. Buddy gave it an 8 out of fucking 10, and thought this movie was rad, and had the fucking best acting ever. And then it was super unpredictable. I call bullshit on you, sir. Remember, guys, I'm talking to you. When you read a review on Amazon or IMDb or any site where any Joe Schmo can write a review, you have to fucking click on their fucking username and check out their other reviews. Because some people do have agendas because they either know somebody in the movie or had something to do with the movie. And some people are just plain fucking stupid. So don't always believe what you read. And it's not like I have the final say on every fucking movie. But Jesus Christ, to give this an 8 out of 10, that's an atrocity. But ladies and germs, the worst of the worst has yet to been talked about. I'm getting flustered just even thinking about this fucking movie. And that movie would be Cowboys vs. Zombies 2014. At first I was like, damn, that sounds rad as fuck. I didn't expect anything other than a low-budget film with some bad acting, some cheesy directing, but it goes way, way, way beyond that. The music, I'm not the only person that watched this movie, and I'm not the only person that noticed the music was really fucked up, and it didn't go with the movie at all. I was just in shock. The person that was in charge of the music must have been fucking deaf. I stuck with this movie for about 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, nothing fucking happened. I was waiting and hoping and praying to see a zombie, at least before I shut it off. I always want to see what they look like, like the makeup and shit, and how they're walking, how they're moving, how fast are they. And the first zombie comes in somewhere around that 30-minute mark. But it was just so dark, I could barely see it. And I just had to shut her down. I just had to. Oh, man. And when you see bad acting, it's kind of like, oh, I can kind of let that slide a little bit. Yeah, they're like not the greatest, but whatever. This was so bad. I think maybe they did it on purpose. Everyone on screen was super unnatural. To the point where it was awkward. It was almost, I felt almost embarrassed for these people.
Between all your plastic
clubs to rust to do. Drink the night away, drink throughout the day, get up and do it again. Drink the night away, drink throughout the day, get up and do it again. He's had too much to drink, I'm a bit of dust. Dyed his hair two colours now, no one he can trust. Try to line him up with girls, but he don't wanna know. Tie him naked to the bar, put his chap and show. Pack the bags, put it into dropping. Lots of pubs, clubs and rubs to do. Drink the night away, drink throughout the day, get up, do it again. Drink the night away, drink throughout the day, get up, do it again. Drink the night away, drink throughout the day, get up, do it again. Drink the night whiskey wonderland.
He's come and go, and as the bottle cap sun
And the fingers burn,
and lifts a glass for hope, and as the house burns down
and I turn around.
the devil he makes no sound.
Hey, hey,
It's a long way home
when you're walking out alone.
walking in a whiskey wonderland, and it's a long way back. Better hope that you don't crack.
Walking in a whiskey wonderland.
And it's a long way home when you're walking out alone,
Walking in a whiskey wonderland.
and it's a long way back. Better hope that you don't crack.
Walking in a whiskey wonderland.
And it's a long way home, and it's a long way home, and it's a long way home, and it's a long way home. It's a long way home when you're walking out alone, walking in a whiskey wonderland, and it's a long way back, and I hope that you don't crack. Walking in a whiskey wonderland, and it's a long way home when you're walking all alone. Walking in a whiskey wonderland, and it's a long way back, and I hope that you don't crack. Walking in a whiskey wonderland, yeah, 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 yeah. Walking in a whiskey wonderland.
Okay, I know that was a little long-winded last time, but we heard Oistmen, another drinking song, Beer Zone, Stag Week, the Jackoffs with Drink Now, Pay Later, fuck, isn't that always the case, Enraged Minority, Cheers, and the Bollocks, Whiskey Wonderland. The Bollocks I've played fucking multiple times on drinking episodes, I'm sure. Right now I want to talk about a movie that is kind of mediocre. And that movie came in one of my, you know those fucking horror movie packs you can get for super cheap, and, most likely all the movies on there are not going to be very good. But sometimes there's a fucking gem on there. So this was the horror pack. I don't remember which one it is. I have quite a few of them. I'll link up to it. They're super cheap. You guys can check them out if you want. Sometimes they mix them up. They'll throw, like, low-budget movies in there, but then they'll also throw, like, a fucking cool 80s movie in there. So just keep your eyes open. I'll throw links up on rebelsongspodcast.com. This movie was called Backwoods Bloodbath, Curse of the Hodag. It was low budget, of course. One of these movies you fucking probably never heard of. With some bad acting, but at least it gets into the groove pretty quick, man. The killing starts pretty early. Think city kids in a cabin in the backwoods. It's a fucking recipe for disaster. Sometimes these cabin movies work, sometimes they don't. This one is somewhere in the middle. There was some absolutely ridiculous parts in this movie. Some of the dialogue had me shaking my fucking head for real. And I'll talk about this again and again. It always comes up, and I hope I'm not the only person that sees this or figures this out. There's always that one douchebag in a horror movie, in most horror movies. At least where there's more than 5 people, there's always that one douchebag that has to, that you just want to punch in the fucking face. They always have some snarky, cheesy comment or some stupid comeback for everything anyone says. Or they're like the rich kid, like the rich snob that nobody fucking likes. If I knew someone like that in real life, I most certainly wouldn't be bringing them to a cabin to annoy me for the whole fucking week. Anyway, still a terribly bad movie, but still better than 5 minutes of Cowboys vs. Zombies. This movie also had the worst boob shot in any movie that I've ever seen. And trust me, I've seen a lot of tits and a lot of fucking movies. I grew up in the 80s, and every 80s movies pretty much has boobs in it within the first 5 minutes. That shot just had me shaking my head again. I was like, what the fuck is this? And these kids were such bad actors. Like, I hate to shit all over them. They couldn't even act drunk. And here's the solution for that. Get fucking drunk. For real. I mean, you're in a fucking low budget movie, not like you're really on a fucking big studio lot or anything. You don't have like CEO of fucking Disney breathing down your neck. So fucking get drunk, and no one will question your fucking bad acting. Even the newscasters on the radio, like the radio sounded ridiculously stupid and fake as fuck. The one thing I did like about this movie is it didn't take itself too seriously, unlike Cowboys vs. Zombies, because there's nothing worse than a movie that does that, and I've already said that before. The one thing it didn't need was the stupid, like, ongoing love story. Maybe it did need it. I don't know. I'm just kind of, like, not into that shit, so, still, I can't even shit all over this movie, even though I wanted to. There were a few things that I didn't expect. It got me, man. It did get me. I mean, it's kind of a good story and a decent fucking ending. This movie made me a little curious, though. I think that's just in my nature. Like, I love to fucking Google things, and learn things. So I was like, what the fuck is a hodag? It shows it in the movie, but it really doesn't fucking explain too much about what a hodag is. I'm like, how did they even come up with this fucking name? So I Googled that shit, and apparently it's like a real thing. Like, not like a real thing, but like a myth. Like a real myth that I guess some Wisconsin folks know about and used to believe in back in the day. I guess you learn something new every day, and I didn't expect it to be from a low-budget horror film, or more like inspired by. And I forgot to mention, there's like a fucking punk song playing in the background in one of the bar scenes, and I waited for the credits to see if I knew the band, and nope, didn't know what the band was, or what the song actually was. There was quite a few songs in this one, but it was pretty fucking cool to hear that. A punk song playing in a hillbilly bar. I highly doubt that. Must be friends of, somebody. IMDb gives this movie 3.2 out of 10. I'll do it one fucking better and give it a 4. It's watchable if you know what you're getting into. So that's that. I've talked about some of the worst horror movies or / thriller movies that I've recently watched. I would like to know some of the worst ones that you've seen. Let me know so that I can stay the fuck away from them. RebelSongsPodcast.com is the website. Check out the links to everything I talked about. Keep those horror movie recommendations coming in. I've watched most of them so far, and I'm so fucking impressed by everything you guys are telling me to watch. This is amazing so far. I'm saving my thoughts for a future show of movies that I do like. I know this show is just full of fucking negativity this week. Anyways, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can find that all on Rebel Songs Podcast up in the little social media bar. I'm leaving you with a new song from Needles and Pins. Actually, the name of the band is like Needles / Pins, if you actually look on the album cover. But I'm just going to call them Needles and Pins because, like, really, Needles / Pins. Or you can just say Needles Pins, I guess. This song is I actually find the title quite fucking funny because I do this a lot. It's called Only Call Me When You're Drunk.